Hello. Man, it has been a minute since I filmed a vlog. Oh my gosh, y'all. Today we are going to do a ship with me video. I have about $600 in sales to ship out, mainly on eBay, honestly, which is surprising because eBay has been a platform that's been historically disappointing me, but for whatever reason, it is really saving the day for me right now. I don't have that many Poshmark sales, which is weird, but I have some good eBay sales. And so, you know, I've been wanting to see eBay perform better, and 'tis the season. But anyway, before we get into shipping that stuff, I'm going to put this inventory away. Then I'll pull my items to ship and we'll go over what sold and how quickly it sold and how much I made on everything that sold. But I haven't filmed a what sold video, a vlog in like a week and a half. I honestly can't remember the last vlog I did and what it was about because we had an insane week, like just one of the most insane weeks of my life. We had a blizzard, a snowstorm last weekend, so like a little over a week ago, and our power went out. Thought we could push through, but because we had a baby with us, but we couldn't survive the cold, so we had to go live in a hotel, and it took about 4 days for our power to come back on. Then it came back on, we went back home, found out we had a water leak, so we couldn't have water. Our internet's down. Our office was also, power went out and internet was down for a long time. Anyway, our power went out like less than 24 hours later. So then we had to go back to a hotel, and we were literally living in a hotel basically a week straight, could barely drive. I skidded off the road at one point. We had this whole day that was like crazy where we couldn't drive. We had to park at the top of our neighborhood, and it's like a 0.6 mile walk from the top of our neighborhood to our house. And we had to walk it in ice, and Matt was wearing Hokas and he kept sliding everywhere. And I was having to like basically kind of help Billy Lou along because she had to walk it too because we were afraid of falling, and it was just safer for her to like, I mean, she wasn't really walking, I was holding her when she was like skating essentially. But it was just a wild, crazy week, and I really hope it's over. Like I really hope that we've been through the worst of it and we're not going to experience it again. But the snow on the trees and everything means that trees keep falling and taking out power lines. And so when I was at NYU, we were at school during Sandy, Hurricane Sandy. That was wild. This was kind of like that, but with a toddler and being 30 weeks pregnant. But anyway, I couldn't work essentially that whole week. We didn't have internet. I couldn't drive to the office. And I was really disappointed at first because I really felt like I was in a really good rhythm in January. I was listing every day. Sales were like looking really good. I was on track to make about $7,000 this month, which is, my goal was $5,500, so it far surpassed my goal. And then of course not listing for a week, and also I didn't have my Posher VA running because we didn't have internet. Just wasn't sharing my closet, wasn't sending offers to likers very quickly, so it all impacted my sales. But you know what, all things considered, my sales actually are okay. Like, I'm shipping out $600 worth of sales today. I'm still on track to make over $6,000 this month. So as long as I do well for the last 10 days of January, I should be all right. But that is part of working for yourself. Technically, you have unlimited amount of days off. You know, you're not calling anyone to be out of work. But you also can't necessarily work out of a hotel, and you can't necessarily have sick days or vacation days. When you can't work, you don't make money. I mean, you make less. Luckily, I could ship, and I did ship when I could. I think I'm gonna have a few late eBay shipments that I'm gonna have to just email eBay about the dings on my account, and they should hopefully take it off. Otherwise, shipping went okay last week, which was good. Ooh, but yeah, it was quite a week, honestly. I'm just so happy to be back. Like, but today, for whatever reason, Billy, my mom and I had a very eventful morning. We went to breakfast, and then we went to her first music class, which was so cool. But I'm so tired because of it. I don't know why I'm so tired. I'm so tired. But anyway, okay, put away my stuff. Now it's time to pull what we're shipping. How many items? I only have 9 sales, so it shouldn't actually take too long to do shipping. This might be a short video, which is fine because I have short energy reserves, like I was saying. But I'm excited to share what sold. I had some good sales, some really good sales on eBay. Really, really happy with. Like I said, a few of them are bins items, which means it had really good profit margins. So, okay, let me pull this stuff and then I'll meet you back at the shipping table. Okay, so let's start with eBay. I had, I think, 6 eBay sales. The first is a brand I actually have rarely picked up, and this was an experiment, and I think it was a successful experiment. I picked it up at the bins just to see, this is a brand I want to start picking up, and it's Prairie Underground. I typically pass on this brand. I don't know what sells within it. I don't know what styles do well. So instead of doing research, I just passed. But when I was at the bins, I was like, you know what? What's a $1 experiment? It's not gonna hurt me. And yeah, success. It sold full price on eBay after how many days? 43. That's great. I will continue to pick up Prairie Underground. These were a size small. They were the long cigarette jeans. I would fathom that larger sizes would even do better. Or, I mean, honestly, full price in 43 days. Can't get much better than that, but could do really well. I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of potential with this brand. I'm excited to find it in the future. I spent $1.01 on them. My profit after fees and shipping is $46.82, which is great. And like I said, it took only 43 days to sell. So very, very happy about that. My next sale is one that I talked about in vlogs, in at least a couple of vlogs, I think. And it is this Veronica beard blazer. I had this listed for $265. I got it at Crossroads. Because of the inventory that I took into Crossroads this one time, my conversion rate made it so that my cost of goods was really, really low. I had this listed for $265. But I think they had it marked at $37.50 or maybe it was $32. I would have paid that for it because it's Veronica beard blazer. I mean, simple as that, especially a really cute one like this. I got it offer on eBay for $150, which I just went ahead and accepted because that's really what I was kind of shooting for anyway with the limited comp data that I had. And it sold after only 51 days. If it was the double-breasted style, like I said in a previous video, it could have sold for like $400 to $500. But this one didn't have a very good stock photo. I didn't even use a stock photo, and it just, comps didn't make it. I maybe could have got like 180 for it, but I wanted to have a fast and very profitable flip. So I'm very, very happy with my decision to accept this offer, and it resulted in a gross profit of $111.97. So very, very happy. Fast and effective, and it definitely makes me want to continue my bins to Crossroads strategy, which if you have no idea what I'm talking about, maybe I'll link a recent video. Okay, next was another bins find. It was a pair of Lululemon Dance Studio pants. I was really excited to find these, and I had them listed for $65, and I received an offer on eBay for $45, which I think is very reasonable, and I went ahead and accepted. And that resulted in a gross profit of $34.95. So really, really happy about that. And it sold after only 37 days. So I'm really starting to see like the fruits of my labor and just being more consistent with listing, which makes me very happy. And it also tells me that I'm picking up the right kind of inventory. Okay, next is a piece I've had forever, and I really don't know why. It is a flawed piece, and it's so beautiful. In fact, when I was pregnant last time, I had the delusion that maybe I could fit into this dress and wear it to a wedding. Like, brought it home to try it on, and I'm like, there's a 0% chance I can wear this. but it's so gorgeous. I love this dress. It is a brand that if you're not familiar with, and I'm potentially going to pronounce it wrong, you should be. It's a formal wear designer brand, Marchesa Notte, N-O-T-T-E. Marchesa is not, I think is a line within Marchesa. I don't know. It's something like that. But I had received a lot of gowns and dresses by this brand through liquidation, and I know it sells so well. So I'm just shocked that this one took so long to sell, because it is like maybe my favorite one. But it does have some flaws. Like it has some missing sequins near the hem of the dress. Honestly, it's so, you wouldn't notice it. So anyway, I've done multiple price drops on this dress over the span of this life, and I've had multiple people try to lowball me for this dress, but I held fast. I've had this dress for how long? 881 days. So I was stubborn with this dress, and finally the right buyer came along. So I had it listed for $150 and someone offered me $125, which was great offer. I'm gonna put 2 layers of tissue paper because of the sequins. And my cost of goods was pretty low because of the nature of this liquidation. It was $584. So my gross profit was actually quite high at $101.89. But yeah, it took a while to sell, but still this brand, not everything by this brand takes a while to sell. And in fact, it generally is a very, in my experience, high-performing brand. So if you do come across it, check comps, but good likelihood you want to pick it up. I just got a notification that a return was open on eBay for a $200 dress that I sold like a little over a week ago. It was a wedding gown, so those typically have a high return rate because people try it on and send it back. And I generally don't like selling them on eBay for that reason. So, and before she purchased it, she asked about my return policy, which is always a red flag. So I don't know, I might not be on track to make as much as I thought I would be now, but that's okay. As Pete the Cat says, things come and things go. We have this book that we read to Billy called Pete the Cat's 4 Groovy Buttons or something like that. If you have kids, like young kids, I think it's a really cute book. But the whole point is like he has this shirt with like really groovy buttons and they keep falling off. And he's just like, we do this thing, buttons come and buttons go. It's a good philosophy. It's just like, that's life. So my next sale, is a Zara dress that I got at the bins, and it's another full price bin sale. So, as unlucky as this past week has been, I have had some good luck thrown my way. This one, it was so funny. The same day, someone sent me a lowball offer on this dress, and I countered my lowest, and then they declined it, and then I just randomly got a full price sale, and I was like, was it the same person? No, it's a completely different person on eBay. I had it listed for $40, sold for $40 plus shipping. My cost of goods was 95 cents. After shipping and fees, my gross profit was $30.39. I showed this in a vlog. It's this mesh, really cool abstract print dress. And I was actually considering taking it to Crossroads. Oh, how long did it take to sell? 36 days. That's great. I said, I'll try it out and sell it myself, and I'm glad I did. But I've had some Zara pieces sitting. So I've definitely decided, and I'm going to continue being more selective on Zara moving forward. But when it's at the bins and it's really cute, it's a no-brainer. Okay, my last sale was also a bins find. This is a brand that a lot of people love selling. I haven't had too much experience selling it, to be honest. But my limited experience has all been pretty good, so maybe I should be picking up more. But it's Abercrombie & Fitch. I mean, when I started reselling, you wouldn't touch Abercrombie & Fitch with a 10-foot pole, so I think my brain's just like still having to adjust to the fact that this is a very fast-selling brand. But when I found this style, I knew to pick it up. It was the ultra high-rise 90 straight jean, and it had like a crossover button. It was 25 petite. Isn't it mainly young people buying this anyway? So I always just assume young people are the ones who are buying 25 petite. I picked it up. It did take a little bit longer to sell than I thought. I thought it was going to fly off the shelves like everyone says Abercrombie does. It took 62 days to sell, so about 2 months. But it performed well when it did sell. I had it listed for 58. I received an offer for 48, which I accepted, and that resulted in a gross profit of $34.40. So very, very happy about this sale. Okay, and it is also going at a padded flat rate. Thank you for supporting my small business. I actually really like these stickers. I'll link them down below in case you want to get them, but I think they're pretty high quality and I like the sentiment. You know, someone gets a good deal and they get the good feeling of supporting someone, like an individual, small business, so it's a win-win. Okay, so that was eBay, and now we have Poshmark sales. So I only had 3 Poshmark sales, and none of them were like, I had 1 full price sale, but none of them were that great. Okay, so the first was this Tularosa Swim. This is an in-house Revolve brand. I've had this for ever. I just recently dropped the price on it. It's a bikini bottom. I'm very, very happy that it sold, but it sold for a loss. So I actually lost $7.77 on it because it sold for $15, but my cost of goods was $19.77. So it was from liquidation, which is why my cost of goods was so high. But I'm sure other pieces in that liquidation palette were great and did very well. This was just not one of them, but I'm just happy to get some of my money back. Swimsuits, spring stuff is already selling, so when this video goes up, I don't know, it's probably February already, and you should definitely be looking in the swimwear section, looking in the dress section. Those are kind of my 2 favorite spring summer categories, but of course shorts, etc. does well too. But yeah, it took how long to sell? 971 days. So I'm very happy that it did sell. Okay, and then next, this was my full price sale. So this was an interesting piece. It's so cute. I was really excited to find it. I found it at the bins. It's rag and bone, but it was the Essex shirt dress, and then someone hemmed it to be more of a shirt length, like an oversized shirt length. So we just listed it as such, disclosed that in the listing. We listed it a while ago. I've had it for 411 days, and then just all of a sudden it sold for full price. So I think I might have lowered the price recently. I had it listed and it sold for $40. Because I got it at the bins, I had a pretty good gross profit margin and made a profit of $31.15. So it did take a while, but it ultimately did result in a good profit. So happy about that. And then I had one more sale, and this was an experiment that, I mean, I guess all experiments are successful because they give you information, but it was a bins item in which I've decided I'm never gonna sell this brand again. It's Stoosh. Never heard of it. It's probably like an internet brand. I don't know. But I did check comps when I was at the bins and I found this, and I thought it would sell between 30 and 40, but it's just been sitting a while and I'm really ready to see it go. It's taking up a good amount of space in my inventory. I've had it for 100 days, so not like incredibly long time, but I had it listed at 45 and I received an offer for 22 and just went ahead and accepted it. So it's this Stoosh teddy coat. I need to figure out how I'm going to ship this. It's really big. I'm also glad it sold on Poshmark for that reason, because heavy, low price items, I don't want to sell on Mercari or eBay. But anyway, okay, let me figure out how I'm going to ship this. I got it at the bins, and therefore it did result in a profit of $15.65. So not bad. I think for heavy, big pieces like this, I am going to, I don't know, be a little bit more selective at the bins, especially items that need a lot of lint rolling, etc. And this one I think took a long time to process because it's a teddy coat at the bins. So it looks pretty good though. I did a good job 100 days ago. Okay, so y'all know the brand Stoosh. What kind of brand is it? Is it a fast fashion brand? I just wouldn't recommend picking up, and I will not be picking up in the future. But that's, you know, the good thing about the bins. You get to try stuff out, see what works, what doesn't. Today had quite a few that worked, which is good. Well, that's what sold. That's what I'm shipping out today. 9 items, but $600 in sales, so that's good. I'm very happy with how eBay's performing, and hopefully it can continue that momentum. Although today, it's a Monday, had a $0 sales day so far. So I just listed 8 really good items though, so I'm excited about that. Hopefully sale comes through tonight and much smoother sailing this week. But let me know in the comments down below, how was your January sales? Maybe I'll do a recap once, you know, the end of January is here. But I have low energy today, but I am very happy and excited to be making these vlogs again. So thank y'all so much for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. Okay, love y'all. Bye.